Good afternoon, coming to you live. It's Valerie Ling on a Friday afternoon. As you can see, I'm here at the practice. That text isn't flipped because, would you believe it, I cannot find an Android phone that will flip the video as I'm videoing it. So if you know of a way for me to do this on my Android phone, because I'm a bit committed to Androids, please do let me know. I just wanted to share something with you on role ambivalence, right? Role ambivalence. So role ambivalence is a situation where you find yourself in your work or in your position or in your role, basically where you don't have a clear idea on A, what it is that you're meant to do, and B, whether you're performing, getting feedback as to how you're doing. Now, role ambivalence is particularly common, I would say, in helping and caring roles, unfortunately, because there's a lot of reasons for it, but it does tend to contribute very heavily to the issue of burnout. So role ambivalence is, if you actually think about what you do during the day, the question I would ask you is, do you actually know what the priorities are in your role? How do you know that the things that you are actually working on intensively and dedicating hours of your time is actually important? And then how do you actually know if that's what's expected of you? And then how do you actually know if you're actually performing in your role according to those tasks and expectations? If you don't have solid answers to that, it could actually be closely linked to your stress levels and your feeling that you're not actually achieving or doing things that are worthwhile or even within your meaning zone, and that will very quickly lead to burnout. So I've just spent the day this afternoon, the reason why I thought about it was I was basically nutting out some job descriptions, but also role clarity for one of our new team members. I was very concerned that I would like some feedback and like to be able to give this person some feedback because I know it's closely linked to burnout. So role clarity involves you actually testing out your expectations for yourself as well. Are you having too much of expectations for yourself? Do you actually think that you're picking up tasks and responding to things that you're meant to do? There's a great show that I watched once, and it was about a person who worked in the office who was labeled the Post-it lady. She was labeled the Post-it lady because she got herself into a situation where if anybody put a Post-it on her desk, she would immediately respond to it and it would get done. And after a while, the culture just became that whatever was needed, whether it was to grab 12 coffees, or can you post this, or can you pick this up, she was the go-to Post-it person. Hello there. And so my question is, do you have expectations of yourself, or have you given expectations or given rise to expectations with other people that your role is becoming more and more muddied and unclarified? The second thing is, do you actually have a way to get feedback? In the helping and caring professions and roles, even if you're a volunteer or taking care of a loved one, you don't often get positive feedback, right? Most of the time when you're dealing with the public and when you're dealing with people, you might get nothing, or you might get some ambivalent feedback, or you might get negative feedback, right? But do you have a place or a person identified who will give you credible, objective, and valuable feedback that not only is constructive for you to grow, but is also positive, so you know what you can repeat. And the feedback needs to be something that is concrete, it's specific, and you can readily identify what those behaviors are that led to that particular outcome and output. So that's my parting Friday thought for you on role clarity. Have a great weekend and happy Australia Day.